Hey folks, I just wanted to make a really quick follow-up video. So in my last video, I said that, the slabs in the vaulted display would get stuck. And it did get stuck and it was a little bit hard to get out. So I just wanted to make a really quick follow-up on just like my experience with this. So you can see here in the instructions, if you push the top or the bottom of your slab, it should come out. And I think it's intended for that because if you look at the design of the indent here, it's evenly deep. So you could really just push the top or bottom. But in my experience, what happened with me was when I first put the slab in, because it was very tight, and I understand it's sort of like a design trade-off, right? You have to make it tight so the slabs don't fall out. But at the same time, like when I pushed it slightly too deep, it was really hard to get out. And we've seen those videos online where the slabs break, and granted those are tags, not PSA, but I did feel like the slab was really getting like a lot of pressure just by me pressing on the top or the bottom. And you can see here, right, like I learned from my lesson, like my slabs aren't even like all the way in, they're like halfway in, if you can see here, because I'm sort of scared about pushing them too deep. So like I'm pushing this one, I'm putting actually like a lot of force onto here, and you can see the bottom is starting to come out, but it finally gives in at the end. So I'm kind of scared to break my slab, to be honest with you. And after another small thing is like, you see here, like because you're putting so much pressure around the edges, it's sort of just the styrofoam material, I guess, gets a little bit worn out, and that's like another feedback. And then you get it on your hands a little bit. I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you my honest experience with this, because I feel like when I was looking at reviews online, they didn't really mention these factors. So I think now when you put it in, what I recommend is start with the bottom, because that's like a little bit easier to lever, and then just like slightly push it, slightly work your way in slowly. Don't push the card super deep, or else you might get a little bit in trouble. And then once it's in, just kind of leave it there, and then always push the top more than the bottom, I think is the best way to be safe. And then you see how like my bottom is not really that in, right? And then I just push. See, every time I push, I'm scared I'm gonna break the slab. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys who are experienced vaulted users, you're okay with this. But you see here how I'm really having a hard time getting it out, and I finally do, and I'm kind of scared, right? And you see it's making a lot of marks in here. Maybe that's totally okay. Let me know.